How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself, and ladies and gents, Arc-Tempered Kirin. Okay, if you guys have already fought Tempered Kirin before, you know how much of a hassle it is. And now meet its ugly, super annoying cousin, Arc-Tempered Kirin. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to lie to you about what makes Arc-Kirin Arc-Kirin. Yeah, that's kind of like it's a mouthful. But what makes Arc-Kirin so different? But I have a theory. We know that, well, we believe to know that tempered monsters themselves are actually just tempered simply because they gain a lot of this excess bioenergy that's given off throughout the new world. That's kind of why elder dragons kind of go through that phase more often than regular monsters, because they kind of just live in the elder's recess. All that energy, it's lore, you know, just kind of how the Xenogena, I believe is what it's called, just eats all that energy, develops all the energy. Zor Magdaros is going towards Elder's Recess because all that energy was there. All that excess energy. I want to say that Arc-Tempered is when you just got like a super like increased amount of that energy and you're just like storing so much of it and you're just probably hidden away or something. But couldn't tell if that's the real thing or not. I don't know. That's just a theory. Regardless though, what is facts? Let's talk about the facts. What is facts is this monster right here. This monster is one doozy of a monster to actually fight. I'll admit, if you are familiar with Tempered Kirin, go in here with the exact same mindset. Okay, really, just do that. Whatever set you use to actually fight it effectively, bring that same set. If the defense isn't maxed out the defense, but it probably is anyway. Take that set, bring it here. Okay, the only real skills you're really gonna have to really look for is probably anti-paralysis, so that way some of the thunder strikes don't actually paralyze you, and then you're just left there looking silly. And thunder resistance. Those two skills are going to be you're going to need those for sure. Now, if you have a set that automatically comes with like 25 to 30 thunder res, you could be good on the thunder resistance. You don't really have to worry about it. The set I'm wearing right now actually has 25 thunder res, and I was pretty good. I was taking these thunder hits. They were hurting quite a bit, but you know, I'll take a potion, get up, and keep going. I'll admit, in this video I do I'm not going to show you the whole video. This is a very long video, and honestly, it was a very long video because I kind of went in here very stupid. Like, I went in here with the wrong weapon. This was a dragon lance. Kirin has a good, you know, resistance to a bit of dragon. I should have came in here with fire. I totally forgot about this whole full armored body capability. Once Kirin actually gets a little enraged, it will actually make its entire body armored to where the only weak spot rather to actually hit it would be on its head. Now, a very good weapon to actually fight this with is the greatsword. I've always recommended greatsword when fighting Kirin, that or the hammer, because the single strikes line up a lot easier than most weapons. You can hit him right in the head when he gets enraged. Not a huge big deal, but with other weapons it's kind of a bigger deal because we don't really have the mobility. Well, for the lance, don't really have the mobility to actually reposition ourselves too well, and it's kind of a hassle. Granted, though, there's a couple of moves that the lance itself has that actually has the mind's eye property, so that way I could have actually utilized those attacks to actually damage the Kirin when it was armored up. I didn't think to do this until like 30 minutes into the video. Yes, I said 30 minutes because the video is actually a little longer than that. So, regardless of the length of the video, it's not gonna be the whole video, guys. I'm just gonna give you the information, cut to the end, boom, boom, boom. But Arc-Tempered Kirin, it hits hard. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's a couple of attacks you really should look to when Arc-Tempered Kirin does this. Like, he'll do it. It's a slightly different kind of thunder show. If you guys seen like Dragon Ball Z or anything like that, you know when they're like all Super Saiyan, they're sitting there, they have like static coming off their body. Well, Arc-Kirin will kind of do something like that, but it'll be lightning bolts instead. It'll be like a small, a small pull of electricity underneath his body, and small lightning bolts will hit. It's different from you'll notice it off the jump. It's a little different from the standard electricity that's crackling off his body and the standard lightning bolts that it shoots around, because it's like smaller. It doesn't really do damage yet, but then it strikes itself with that bolt, and then it becomes Arc-Tempered is what I want to say, because it's only then where it does serious damage. Almost anything from that is almost a one-shot. I got hit with that bolt that turned into Arc-Tempered, one-shot me instantly. That's what actually knocked me out. Most attacks from that state will leave you with a couple of points of health or so. So watch out for that. And also, when it's in that particular state, it tends to be a bit more brash. It'll attack more often. It'll try not to leave itself as exposed, so you have to like be on your P's and Q's when he's actually in that state. It's not impossible to beat him. It's really not. It's definitely a monster that you would much rather solo than getting with the group, unless that group is like godlike. Because the only issue with fighting a monster like this in a group is that, well, when you're in a group setting, everyone's trying to do the same thing at the same time. Some people getting tripped. Other situations have the person who would have probably taken up a particular position to actually hit the Kirin, but someone else is there, so they have to, you know, adjust accordingly. And sometimes that adjustment costs time, and that time can cause you to get hit. You know, just, you know, the general things that happen when you go fighting a monster with the group. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder, depending on the monster itself. So just kind of understand that to be the thing. Most people have more success fighting it solo. It tends to be a little longer because I believe it has a bit more health, even though I did take a lot longer to actually beat it myself. But I did fight Tempered Kirin with the same exact setup. It didn't take as long. Granted, I was being a little bit more turtley, but I found that nice mix in between where I kind of felt like it probably had a little more health or so. It would make sense for it to have a little bit more health. Not a whole lot. I feel like it's just a little more. You know, just a little, you know. But that's neither here nor there. This is just theories. I have no facts on this, but honestly, as it stands, if you're going to fight it, be prepared for a lot of heavy damaging stuff, a lot of heavy damaging attacks. Just remember everything you learn when you're fighting Tempered Kirin or Kirin itself, and you should be actually okay. I mean, again, I recommend you doing this solo, so that way you have, like, the focus is just you and it. You want to bring your Palico, bring your Palico. That's cool. I brought mine. He saved my life a couple of times. So I mean, that's that. But that's not what everyone even cares about, okay? Arc Tempered Kirin is a monster. You go and kill him, you fight him, boom, bam, bam. That's done. What we want to actually know is what makes him, like, what's the point? Okay, what is the point of fighting this monster? The point is the armor. We all know all about the Kirin armor, the infamous Kirin armor. If you're wearing Kirin armor, your character is not male. Alright, let's be real here. My character's male, so that's why I have this male model right here for you, though. But you fight Kirin and wear the armor because you have a female character. Don't lie to me, don't lie to yourself, okay? Let's be real. Regardless, aside from questionable clothing, the armor itself, the whole point of it is to actually get the Gamma armor set. Now, what Gamma does, it's a little kind of like, if you guys remember the Hyper series armor from Monster Hunter Generations, where in which you'll have like it'll be one piece of that armor that has like 7 points in the handicraft, and you're like, bro, no other armor piece in the entire game has 7 points in the handicraft. This is the same thing. For example, the head gives you like 5 points in the Thunder by itself. You know what I mean? So that's the whole point. The point is to actually have one piece of gear that has a lot of points into one skill, so that way you can take that one piece of gear and mix it with other sets. It's basically made for mix sets. People like to use mix sets. This gear type, Gamma type, will be for you. So right now we have Kirin for the Thunder attack and the free element and what have you. That's pretty much, honestly, it's just Thunder attack. The other ones are just kind of like, they seem to be average display skills, you know what I mean? But the next one will be Valazok. I don't necessarily know the skill displacement or placement rather on the Valazok armor, but we will see Valazok in his glory, his Arc Tempered glory, come June 22nd. I might actually do another video talking to you guys about like what I know about like leaks and stuff according to, you know, some Reddit users and everything about that particular information, but I'll do it in another video if you guys want to hear my thoughts on what this information actually is. So just let me know if you want to hear about that, and I'll do a video for you as soon as I can. But that's that. Arc Tempered Kirin, very tough fight, I'll admit. Off the rip, just really tough, kind of really hard to do in a group. Better chance for you to actually do it solo. I recommend doing solo, so that way once you actually complete the quest, at the very end you get the Kirin ticket, because you need at least one Kirin ticket to actually make any of the Gamma armor. So with 5 pieces of armor, you're gonna need 5 tickets. I only got 1 when I beat it. I'm not gonna go fight it again. I don't like Kirin. I don't care for the armor. I don't care for the weapons. I don't care about Kirin whatsoever. Okay, this monster could have like never existed, and I would have been perfectly okay. But because I'm not gonna go for it, I don't know if it's just 1 ticket every single time. Might be multiple tickets. That's kind of how it used to, well, it tends to kind of be. It's an event quest. You probably get like 2 tickets one time, maybe 3 at another. But you need at least 5 tickets, 1 apiece for each set of, for each piece of armor to actually make the full set. So with that being said, that's pretty much all I can really tell you guys about Arc Tempered Kirin. I mean, you would think there'd be more, but there really isn't. I mean, he is Kirin. He is Tempered Kirin who hits harder. That is it. That is the laziest way to do a thing, but they did it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like, what can you do? This is Capcom we're talking about here. They could have kind of like literally given us G-rank Kirin, and that'd have been it. Because usually G-rank monsters have different moves, different manners, things like that, changes to the AI. But no, same joint, hits harder. Boom. Like, they literally took Tempered Kirin, turned the dial up 2 notches, and then just release it as Arc Tempered Kirin. But again, like I said, the whole point of this is not the fight, it is the armor itself. If you're a fan of the Kirin armor, it's your juice. It's actually, if I'm not mistaken, that looks to be like, I think the G-rank Kirin armor. I'm not 100% on that. It's a different, I've seen the armor before. I'm pretty sure it's G rank armor, like the G rank model from the past games, of course. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. You guys know if you know, but if you don't, hey, whatever. Anyway, it's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dick Dug himself. Yeah, pretty cool fight. I'll admit it was a cool fight. I enjoyed the fight. I don't like the monster, but I enjoyed the fight. So, you know, what more can you ask for? Regardless, it's been your boy. You all take care. Hopefully, you have a lot of fun with this. If you actually have the armor set, yo, let me know. Let me know what you think about the armor set. Let me know what you think about the Arc Temper Kirin. I want to hear your thoughts on this entire thing. And with that being said, it's been your boy. Take care.